All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Wednesday, September 25th. Set today by Ludwig. Is that a new name, a new setter? I don't recognize them. Now, are they going to be like Ludwig van Beethoven with a nicely composed crossword, or maybe more like the Mad King Ludwig of Bavaria? Time will tell. Oh, another nice grid with words around the outside. I always like that. I don't know, is there a name for this kind of grid as opposed to ones where the individual letters stick out around the edge? Anyway, the hours oddly spent churning over and over secret. I think it might be a hyphenated phrase for secret. I immediately think of hush, hush. So it's going to be something to do with the odd letters of the hours oddly spent. Well, I can see within hours the odd letters are HUS, and then spent churning over. I'm a little. Yeah, I cannot see how I can make, other than over and over, that we repeat whatever we do to get the first hush. I think we repeat it to get the second one. There is obviously an H in the, but, and maybe oddly spent means, oh yeah, so here's what I think it is remove the odd letters from the hours, which leaves us with HHUS, and then we have to churn them, churning over, anagram it to get one hush, and then over meaning to do it again. I think that's it, but we will check what they say at 15 squared to verify that. All right, so we have some starters for 10. What about launching a Soviet climber? I don't know. What about... Oh, maybe what about might be to anagram the word what, because we do have an H. Launching a Soviet, I'm thinking it's going to be a climber, as in a climbing plant, but I can only think of ivy, so it's not going to be that. Yeah, I do not know what that's going to be. All right, standards slipping. We fly at night. Oh, standards could be the old songs. Songs, something, songbirds, maybe. We fly at night. Well, songbirds don't fly at night. No. How about C, Phoebe, bull, and edges of 7? Oh no, looks like we're going to have to solve 7 down, unless maybe it's the edges of the numbers 7, which could be the S and N. Flying in astronomical equipment. All right, I think it's going to be a piece of astronomical equipment. And we need all 15 letters. Phoebe, bull. Oh, and I think it must be C. So we're going to have a lot of E's to use up. So C, Phoebe, bull is 13 plus 2 letters from either the number 7 or the edges of 7 down. Oh, we may be able to back into 7 down, or at least get the outside letters. what would be astronomical equipment with at least these 13 letters? We're going to have two B's, two L's, a boatload of E's, and a P and an H. Yeah, not a telescope. Unless 7 has a T and a C. Yeah, I wonder if something telescope, not electron telescope. What are the... oh, we would still have those B's to use up. Oh, the Hubble. I just looked and saw the H. And with my B's, I think that's going to be it. And so, yeah, I think the only letters we're missing are T and C. But let's wait until we get to 7. Discussion group remains animated. I think it might be an anagram or animated version of remains, and it's going to mean, oh, a discussion group could be a seminar. We just had colloquia recently for seminars. People on radio to instruct landing outside Belgium are sadly cracking up. Okay, I think it might be people on radio, like continuity announcers or anchor, DJs of some kind. But to instruct landing outside Belgium are sadly, or it could be cracking up to, with on radio being a homophone indicator for people. No, let's go back to the crosses. Stokes derides shifts. Well, since all 3 words end in S, I suspect this might be a triple definition, because I can't see how you'd put 2 of those words together to mean anything, or to use one of those words. The word in the middle, I think, would have to be the word play. No, I think it could be a triple. Derides might be the best one to start with. Maybe the most straightforward definition. Derides, that also means stokes or shifts. No. All right, vertex of summer triangle, dependably evident nightly, essentially blue at the outset. Oh my goodness. That's a very long clue for a 5-letter answer. Ending in B should be very helpful. It's almost like one of those everyman clues where you take the first letter and vertex of. Would the vertex of a word be its first letter or its last letter? Could be ST. That's a good start. Dependently evident nightly. Essentially blue. Oh, maybe essentially might be saying to take the middle letters. Well, no. Oh, I think blue at the outset is saying the first letter of blue, which gives us that. So then I think vertex could be the definition, or vertex of summer. And could that be somebody who sums things up. No, I'm very confused by that one. Oh, here's another reference to 7. You know what? I should go ahead and take a look at this. I circle the sun bed occupied by mining engineer. Yeah, I have no idea. And when again, we should be getting a T and a C from this. Is it going to be a mining engineer? I and circle might be I and O. Yeah, unfortunately I don't get that. So scintillating 7 in my flying visits, representative of the bigger picture. I think that's going to be the definition. Representative of the bigger picture. Is that going to be micro something? Macro? Yeah, I think macro something would be the bigger picture, like macroeconomics. Or meta something. No. New lander first to penetrate alien world. New could either be the letter N or an anagram indicator for lander. And then the first to penetrate could be a P. Oh, yeah. So I think I just thought a nice word here might be planet, alien world. Yeah, I think maybe red planet. Yeah, so I think it's an anagram of lander with the first letter of penetrate, and it's followed by, I think ET must be the alien, and then world is the definition, but alien I think is doing a little bit of double duty there. All right. Ara, I've never seen that word before, represents this single missing blue-green star. Oh, do we have a little mini theme maybe of astronomy? Ara represents this single missing, I'm thinking, is we remove an eye maybe from something to get a blue-green star. Is there a name for that in astronomy? No, I don't know it. Oh, evidence of fall. Meteoric for one boxer. Well, I suppose metaphorically, meteoric refers to that. Evidence of a fall, of course, could be crater. Meteoric for one boxer. Oh, I'm wondering if boxer, someone who puts things in a box, you might say could also be a crater, putting things in a crater. And maybe we should read this as evidence of fall, comma, meteoric, evidence of a meteoric fall. It's a bit of a stretch. Yeah, I'm finding something a little bit off, or just I'm not in sync with Ludwig's style. But I think it probably takes a while to get used to each setter. All right. Does the D and the R help me for 2 down? Oh, it might be an anagram of standards. We do have 3 of the letters slipping. Let's try the anagram helper and see if anything jumps out at me. We fly at night. Sand darts? Are they something? It sort of sounds plausible. Yeah, I think it has to be DAR, and we fly at night. I think it has to be plural. So I think it would have to be darts and then sand. Let me pause and look up sand darts. Well, there's something called the Western sand darter, which is a type of fish, freshwater ray-finned fish. And there's nothing about it flying. So I'm not fair. I think I'm going to hold off on that one until we get some more letters. All right, returning carrier ship, receiving Earth pictures, not immediately decipherable. It's another long clue. I think Ludwig might be a little verbose. Returning sounds like we're going to have to reverse something. Some kind of ship, which then is going to receive. Is it just receiving Earth? But then I think the definition is going to be not immediately decipherable, but I think that is going to be a bit of a stretch because of that question mark. Glyphs or something, or cryptic? Oh, maybe cryptic. Receiving Earth pictures. What's a carrier ship? Cargo ship, freighter, tanker of some kind? No. How about pounds, shillings, and pence? Steel warped. All right, I think it's going to be an anagram from warped of steel, and we need two more letters. Well, shillings were S in the old currency, and pence were D, but there's nothing to stop the setter from using P, from mixing the old and the new currency. So either a D or a P with steel. Well, I presume it's then the definition would be pounds. I think the verb to hit something, wallops or something. Yeah, and we're going to have another S. I'm wondering if pestles, as in, what is it, mortar and pestle? Is that right? I don't know it really as a verb, but I'll pause and I'll check that. Yes, it can be used as a verb, so that's good. And pence, therefore, was P. All right, one helps out. Leading characters. Well, leading characters could have been initials, but one helps out. Helper, assistant, aid, characters. Yeah, I think maybe the definition is characters, and it's going to be letters or specific letters, specific characters. No, sample from Traveler in G suit, features of Saturn. Well, I'm immediately thinking features of Saturn would be its rings. Sample from Traveler. Ah, yeah, so you take a sample from Traveler in G suit, and it's a hidden clue. We have rings there. All right. G suit being a gravity suit, I think. All right, Buzz's first problem after shortage, result of huge collapse. What is Buzz's? Oh, maybe Buzz's first is a B, and then a problem after shortage. And so I think the definition is result of huge collapse. But what that would be, I don't know. No, one new member of quartet, Tim Peake, gutted virgin. Oh, is there a famous Tim Peake? Was he the British astronaut? Let me look him up. The name is familiar. Yes, he is a British astronaut. Well, could the astronaut would fit? Oh yeah, there's definitely a space theme today. Looking around, I see some more. But how would it one new? Well, one could be I or A. New would be N. Member of quartet. Oh, I don't know what that would be. Tim Peake. Gutted. Oh, Tim Peake gutted. Yeah, I think we're going to gut both words, both parts of his name, or just the P-E. And yeah, maybe it's going to mean virgin. Now, is that virgin as in a virgin or virgin as in pure? Yeah, I think it might be some adjective in something, member of quartet. I don't know what a member of quartet is. All right, we'll come back to it. As an alternative, cut celestial path. So I think a celestial path would be an orbit. So as an alternative, I think is R. And cut. I think if you got a cut of some money, maybe you get a bit of it. Is that how that works? It seems a bit of a stretch. We'll take a look at 15 squared to get that clarified. All right, cherished by SpaceX Eternal City. Yeah, I'm wondering if it could be another hidden clue within SpaceX Eternal. Yes, we have Exeter. I don't think too many people have compared Exeter to the Eternal City, but there we go. All right, linesman's not one for stress plugging in Empire State. Well, the Empire State is New York. I'm wondering if we're going to put something inside of NY. A linesman, that's a position in cricket, right? Maybe linesman's not one. Oh, I'm thinking. Oh, I thought infielder, but that's too long. In something. Not one for stress. Plugging in. Yeah, maybe stress goes inside of NY. No. All right, back to the downs. Where did I leave off? Most assuredly, ground-to-air ceasefires will include confines of space. Yeah, I think this maybe the definition is most assuredly and might end in ly. Ground to air. Ceasefires will include... Yeah, I don't get that. Having visited EG-10, oh dear, is that going to be 10 across? Astronauts back home at last, he says. Oh, yeah, I'm thinking a cobbler. You know, whenever I see the word or the words at last, I think of the cobbler who works at a last. A blacksmith doesn't work at a last, right? He works at the anvil, or what do you call it? Because I was just thinking smithy would fit. No, I don't get that one. It takes a lot to learn. I wonder if it's a sort of a double definition where maybe to learn might be the straightforward, and it takes a lot. Again, there's certain words that over time, as you do these, I immediately think of an auction. Takes a lot. It takes a lot to learn. No. Characteristic of fans not winning game. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what words would fit. There is the word sportive. I'm thinking fans are supportive. Yeah, and I think if you're winning the game, you're up. We see that quite a lot in the wordplay. So I'm thinking it is supportive, take away up, and you get... Oh, I think then, game then is the definition. I think if you're sportive, you're game for something, you're up for it. I think we will check that one at 15 squared as well. Oh, and yeah, so actually I wasn't sure about that I, but I think it is right. Group aboard last couple of rockets, set up midnight rendezvous. I think the last couple of rockets are the last two letters, the T and the S, and I think they are set up, are turned around. So I think we have S and T, and then we put a group aboard that or inside it, and it's going to be a midnight rendezvous. But I've no idea. Yeah, maybe midnight is part of the wordplay and it's just rendezvous. Don't see it. How about university types created cycles in unit? Yeah, don't get that. Other than university can be you. Our university types might be dons or fellows. Cycles in unit, no. Hardly the sphere of the old-fashioned scientist with an exclamation. So I think this is going to be a cryptic definition. And some kind of modern science sphere or ball. Hardly the sphere of the old-fashioned. But I can't think what that would be. Stars suddenly brighter and twinkly on average before storm. Yeah, I don't know. Where's the definition? Is it stars? I don't know what this twinkly on average. Average can be par, but I don't think we're going to get par in there. Before storm. That seems like wordplay. We're going to put something before a short word for storm, but I don't think so. Oh, maybe it's stars suddenly. I'm thinking of supernova. And what is the plural of that? Novae? Nova, N-O-V-A-E. I don't know how you pronounce novae, novae. Um, yeah, so, but then twinkly on average before storm. Yeah, I don't. Oh, it's almost hidden within on average, but I don't think so. No, I'm past the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to use the check this button. It is correct, but I have no idea why, so we will make a note of that to check at 15 squared, but we do have a nice V. Ooh, I'm thinking of the word inviolate. Ah, viola, of course, is a member of a string quartet. So one new inviolate. Ah, yeah, and it's the first letter of Tim and the last letter of peak. So you do got both words. There we go. Well, we've looked at everything. Left half is not looking too bad, but the right half, oh my goodness. All right, so could this be a midnight rendezvous? Oh, there's something at the back of my mind, but there would have to be a group in between. Yeah, but I don't see it. All right, my standards slipping. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put in my sand darts and check this. That is correct as well. Well, I did a quick Google when I paused earlier and I didn't see any reference other than to those fish. So we fly at night. All right. So now, what did I want the first letter to be? Well, I'll be happy with anything, but vertex, I'm thinking. I cannot think of any word that is going to fit. That has to be a vowel. Let me pause and think. All right, well, I had to use wordplays.com, and there is I think it is a star called Deneb, and maybe there is a constellation or something called the Summer Triangle. I do see now, and I should have realized I was using vertex as the starting letters, but it's actually at the outset of these 5 words, dependably evident, nightly, essentially blue. So it was one of like one of Everyman's clues, but we're going to have to find out for sure what Deneb is at 15 squared. All right, so then what about launching a Soviet climber? What about... I don't know, I was thinking of how's that earlier. Yeah, I think maybe a word for what goes about launching, like maybe a Soviet. Oh, a Soviet could be a red, maybe. Um, and it's going to be a climber. Yeah, I don't see that. Let me use wordplays.com again. All right, apparently there is a type of ivy called Hedera. So I think it is maybe a red launching a Soviet. And then what about... Oh, I think what is a. So if you don't hear someone, instead of asking them what did you say, you can go a, EH. But that is turned about. Very tricky. But it looks like the left-hand side is nearly all done. It'd be nice to get my group aboard. Sazdat or something. Midnight Rendezvous. No, let me look this one up. Well, I realize, of course, I put in a T there, but the outer letters of rock. Oh no, it is the last couple. So yeah, it is a T. Okay, I didn't see anything I liked, so I'm going to go ahead and reveal this one. Sabbat. Okay. Let me. I would have thought that was another word for the Sabbath, but let's look that up. Of course, it's like the witches' Sabbath, a meeting, I suppose, at midnight. The group is ABBA. Oh, okay, so I was close, but no cigar on that one. Oh dear. All right, where to now? Let's try our B. Okay, so it is buzzes first as a B. And then I think we're going to have a word for shortage and then a word for problem. Problem could be a sum or a mathematical problem you might get at school. And a result of huge collapse, brain dump, or result of huge collapse. No, don't see it. All right. I really, how can I have so few over on the right-hand side? It would be great to get this one. People on radio to instruct landing outside Belgium are sadly cracking up. Yeah, I still don't know if the definition is cracking up or people on radio. Yeah, looking at that ending, oh, something, something, I can see how it might be people on the radio ending ORS, maybe? Something narrators or book at bedtime or something like that. It takes a lot to learn. It takes a lot. What takes a lot? Oh, a something bid, I think would take or win a lot. But then to learn, how would learn end in something bid? Yeah, that doesn't seem likely. And here's my sphere. Hardly the sphere of the old-fashioned No. Yeah, Ludwig has well and truly defeated me today. It would be nice to get this, especially as I think I know the outer letters are going to be T and C. So is it going to be something like toxic, I circle, the sun, maybe, bed occupied by mining, engineer, or is it going to be C and T? Yeah, I think I'm going to try both of these at wordplays.com and see if either looks likely. Well, even before I got the answers back from Wordplays, I thought of I circle the sun could be a comet. And then we have caught, and that is occupied by ME, which must be the abbreviation for mining engineer. All right, I did think, looking at 5 across, this could be some word ending in CKS, Stokes, derides, shifts. I think for a change I'll look up a thesaurus and try and find synonyms for derides. No, I'm not seeing anything for any good synonym of derides that might also mean Stokes or shifts. But if 8 down does begin with an S, most assuredly ground to air ceasefires will include, what are confines? Well, confines of space in a house might simply be walls. Most assuredly, yeah, again, there's so much verbiage in these. Is it a hidden clue? Or ground to air? Does that maybe indicate? Oh, I wonder if that could be a fancy way of reversing a down clue. Ground to air. Ceasefires will include confines of space. Ceasefire could be a truce. Oh, truces. Yeah, maybe. Most assuredly, not certainly. Securely. Yeah, don't get that. Having visited, well, at least now we have 10, e.g. Deneb, but that might be, so Deneb as an example of something. Astronauts back home at last. He says, yeah, let me look up Deneb. I should have done that just to see what exactly it is. Well, it's a blue supergiant star in the constellation of Cygnus, one of the vertices of the asterism known as the Summer Triangle. There we go. And the head of the Northern Cross. Okay. But yeah, maybe it's just Deneb as an example of a star having visited, e.g. 10 astronauts back home at last. He says, no, I don't get that. Boy, oh boy, 45 minutes just about. Nothing for that one. Takes a lot to learn. Yeah, I'm just really struggling today. Manically clicking around, hoping for inspiration. Well, let me try wordplays.com for this one. There can't be too many words with those M's, I would think. Oh, okay. I had to go through a few pages of wordplays.com, but there is a word metonymic. My goodness, metonymic. And so metonymy is when one word is used to represent something bigger, like the crown representing the monarchy. And we do have an anagram of comet, and then in my is inside it, flying or anagrammed. It visits the anagram of comet. Scintillating is an anagram of comet, and then an anagram of in my goes inside it. Oh my goodness, I would not have got that without help. Okay. So now, having visited, e.g., 10 astronauts back. Oh, I wonder if astronauts back could be the T. Home at last, he says. Yeah, I'm wondering if we're going to put star around the outside. Home can be in. He says. Good Lord. I know, I think I'm going to, just in the interest of time, reveal this one. Stator. Oh, the person who says is a stator. So we do have a star, and then I think we put TE inside it. Having visited. Yeah, I can see where the back might apply to astronaut to get an extra T, or, oh, it is both. Yeah, so the back of astronaut and home at last is the E. You put both of those inside. Oh my goodness. Very, very tricky. All right, I haven't looked at this one in a while. Returning carrier ship. Okay, I can see it might be some kind of like tanker, RE, ER at the end, and when we return it, we get RE. Receiving Earth pictures, I never really got that. Not immediately decipherable. Yeah, I don't. Let me find other kind of carrier ships. Oh, I did find some ships like trader, cutter, but nothing. Then I looked up synonyms for indecipherable or obscure. Nothing jumped out there. So let's go ahead and reveal this one too. Oh, rebuses. Yeah, riddles or, yes, puzzles, I suppose, not immediately decipherable. All right. So returning carrier ship receiving Earth pictures. Earth might be one of the E's, perhaps. But I don't know what the carrier ship, etc. is, so we'll have to look at 15 squared for 15 across. All right, well, at least now we have a nice B. Maybe that's Belgium. People on radio, not broadcasters, to instruct landing outside Belgium are sadly cracking up. Well, sadly could be the anagram indicator, but so could cracking up, I think. Yeah, I don't see it. And now my blue-green star. Let me look up ARA to see, does that mean anything, or is it just simply letters for the clue, for the wordplay? No, I can't find anything for this. There's a lot of ARA, there's a video game. There is an archives association in the UK, because I was thinking ARA, maybe a group represents this. Single missing, and then I looked up blue green stars. I found a lot of websites saying why there are no green stars. So let's go ahead and reveal this one. Alter. Well, I don't get that one either. ARA represents this. Single missing. No. Is there's Altair? Is that something with the I missing Altair? But yeah, I've no idea what that might mean. All right, we have all the letters we're going to get for this one. Of course, I'm not sure about the S, but all right, confines of space. I was thinking it was going to end in ly, but it's not. And I thought it might have truce. Well, it could have truce, but that does not look most assuredly. Oh, maybe securest. Yeah, so I think it is ground to air is a reversal indicator for truces, but they will include, of course, the confines of space. I should have thought of the obvious outer letters, the S and the E. There they are. All right. Anything else I can... All right, I think I'm going to have to use word plays for this one to see some options. Can't be too many. It is a word for cracking up, and it's a mental breakdown. I'm not going to make light of a serious issue, but definitely I'm having issues today. All right, Stokes. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. K derides. Oh, well, yeah, I wonder if mocks would be derides. Maybe shifts is wordplay. Stokes, but what would Stokes be? Smocks, maybe? I'm ready to throw the towel in or throw my hat in at this one. Let's check it. It is right, but I have no idea why. Other than derides as mocks. Stokes. No, or shift. Oh, shifts. Yeah, shifts can be dresses, I suppose. Yeah, or garments. So they could be smocks. But yeah, I don't get that one. Oh, I wonder if this could be another break word. Result of huge collapse. Problem after shortage. I'm going to put in breakdown. I don't think it is that, but oh, we have breakdown, and yeah, it's not going to be this. But let's check it now. Let's review. Oh, a black hole. That is a result of a huge collapse, of course. And so, yeah, of course, a shortage is a lack. A problem, oh yeah, if you find yourself, well, I don't know if I would say a problem. I would find myself in a fix or in a hole. Is that a problem? Well, it's a problem if it's in your boat, I suppose, but Not sure I like the use of the word problem there, but I'm just bitter, I think, because I've really struggled with this one. All right, it takes a lot to learn. Yeah, I really want it to be something big. What is that letter going to be? W, T, N. Yeah, I think I'm just going to reveal it. No point even using word plays for that one. A school bus. Oh, it's a cryptic definition. It takes a lot of people to learn. I do like that one. I have to admit, have to doff my hat to Ludwig for that one. All right, one helps out. Lead. So yes, so one is A, and then an anagram of helps, LEPHS, and Aleph was the first letter of what, some Sumerian or some other language, and then I think gave way to Alpha in Greek. Something like that. Don't quote me on it. University types. Oh, I wonder if it could be academe, maybe? Created cycles in unit. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. I'm going to put it in, but let's try it. It is right. My best guess is that cycles. Yeah, actually, I have no guess for why that is right. Oh, maybe ace might be a unit. Oh, and created is made, and the word made cycles around, so the M is at the end. I think that's it. The top part is done, so it's just two left, thank goodness. Hardly the sphere. So is that going to be an N, an A, an S? Old-fashioned scientist. No, may have better luck with my linesman. Okay, it's not going to be infielder. For stress, plugging. Oh, here's our N. So I wonder if the Y might be here, and therefore plugging. Plugging could be pushing, PR. What's that letter going to be? Something sky. Or it could be an LY. No, I think I'm going to reveal this one too. Tennyson. Oh, it's a poet. A linesman is someone who writes lines of poetry. Not one. I think we anagram not one, and then we plug inside of it New York. Is that right? No, where's the S coming from? Oh, and we need stress, of course. Well, I thought for stress was anagramming. Yeah, we're going to have to look at 15 squared for that one too. Oy, oy, oy. I'll be glad when this one is over. And it's only Wednesday. Ludwig has certainly made a big first impression. All right, hardly this. Oh, yeah, maybe it's a planet or some kind of heavenly body, I suppose. I should have thought of that with the space theme, but nothing is coming to me. All right, I'm going to use wordplays.com for this one. Well, one of the words is the name Newton. So, not exactly, was there a Newton sphere? But I would think he was an old-fashioned scientist. Oh my goodness. Very glad that one is over. Let me check all. Everything's still there. Okay, let's see what they're saying at 15 squared. All right, the blog is by Eileen. Apparently we have a new setter, but you never know. I think she's saying that because some of the crossword setters use multiple aliases. So anyway, astronomical theme, not entirely within my comfort zone. Innovative cluing here with a number of adventurous indicators. Some rather tricky parsing. I've said just recently how much I enjoy the style of the bloggers to very diplomatically, perhaps critique. And so saying it was an interesting challenge, an interesting solve. Ooh, by coincidence, a new series, which I've been looking forward to. Oh, I don't. Let's take a look at that. There is with David Mitchell. Usually enjoy him. I recognize the actress, but I can't remember what I know her from. Anyway, if any of you watch it and recommend it, let me know. All right, there are so many to go over today. Yeah, hush hush is an anagram of the even letters of the hours. Okay, and then you repeat it. That's fine. Smocks. So Stokes and mocks. Thanks to the first few setters, S equals S. Oh, there's a unit called the Stokes. Never heard of that. So Stokes S plus mocks gives you those shifts garments. All right. Deneb, yeah, had to get that one. Yeah, 13 then. Altair is a blue-green star minus I. Ara is a constellation, and it's Latin for altar. My goodness. Ludwig is really testing our general knowledge in this. Crater is evidence of a meteoric fall, and it could be one who puts things in crates. But Eileen wasn't too sure of that. All right, rebuses. Oh, Uber is the carrier. Okay, that's a very modern reference. Then SS for steamship, a very old-fashioned. And it goes around Earth. Oh, and of course, pictures was part of the definition. I should have got that. Yeah, pictures not immediately decipherable. Yes, yes. Pestles does mean pounds. Yeah, I found that. Orbit, R plus bit is cut. Eileen doesn't seem to raise an eyebrow at that. And then Tennyson, oh, stress is tension minus 1. Okay. So stress is not an anagram indicator, but we need to think of tension. In the downs, it's a type of moth. I don't know why that didn't come up on my search. And I shouldn't say I Googled it because I am actually not using Google. So we'll blame DuckDuckGo for not returning that to me. The Hubble telescope, I think I got that. I think I got most of these. Oh, no, I didn't get mental breakdown. Did I even look at that? Men are people on the radio. If you talk somebody down, like in a lot of the old films, somebody has to take over the controls of the plane and be talked down, plus an anagram of R. All right. Let's see. Sportive. So it is up. So Eileen didn't work this one out. I don't feel so bad then at some of the others I didn't get. Yeah, I finally got well, I had to reveal Sabbath. And sure enough, ace is a unit, I suppose, because it's the playing card for the number one. Oh, of course, we had the word ton recently, where a lot of us learned that it means fashion. So new ton is the opposite of old fashion. But I'm sure there must be some relevance of sphere. Anyway, nove, anagram of on average. Oh, storm. Before storm. So Twinkly is telling us to anagram on average. I did see we had some of those letters, but I don't think I've seen this phraseology before, where before storm means take the words for storm away from it. Yeah, Anyway, Body Cheetah says, I was excited to see a new setter. Hush Hush was a great start, downhill all the way from there. Probably isn't the first setter to have over-egged the pudding on their first outing, so there is hope for Ludwig. Yeah, I hope they take on board the feedback. There were some clues I really liked, but yeah, the line between clever and too clever by half. Could Ludwig be David Mitchell? Oh, that's a great theory. And the main character of Ludwig is a crossword setter. And so, yeah, maybe it is a one-off pseudonym for a regular setter. Yeah, so very interesting. But yeah, I think cryptic crosswords are really having a moment in the last couple of years. I credit Cracking the Cryptic and some of the other YouTubers who led the way. I'm just limping along behind them. So thank you for all of you who do watch my videos and leave comments. I do appreciate it. I'm really just doing this to help keep myself cracking away at the crosswords every day. And if others get enjoyment out of the videos, that is wonderful too. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.